on Pop Dog, but he's not moving yet, and no kills are happening just now. Freiburg still trying to find another.
Whoa. We're gonna need to back it up for a second. So there you are in front of your monitor, clunky mouse in hand, and you're ready to hop on the promising sequel to Valve's popular Counter-Strike Source. However, what you didn't know at this time was that this would be the same game that would have a colossal effect on the series as a whole and its rapidly growing fan base. Within the first 3 months, its first LAN tournament would be played out. Just a year later, its first major, Dreamhack Winter 2013. It'd be one to remember, as not only was it, quote, the biggest tournament in CSGO history for the time, it'd also go on to solidify FNATIC's status as some of the GOATs of CSGO. And we aren't just talking no regular ass GOATs, I'm talking 12 consecutive Major Legend GOATs, 3-time Champs GOATs, 2 of which were back to back. But a lot of you already know this, and not just from the excessive amounts of FNATIC stickers. However, what you may not know is just how their dominant stretch that caught all of our attention came to be. Where it all starts is these guys. Some of them didn't know just yet how important the next stretch of years would be to them, but we can assume that they had known something was brewing, as they had just strung together 2 second place victories in a row where they fell short to first Navi and about a half a month later to very games. At this point, they were craving for that gold medal, and these losses would only instill camaraderie that would soon show its true colors in the form of the fire inside them during the stretch of matches that would soon follow. Being an already solidified team would see them not only being invited to Dreamhack, but also having a fairly easy time in the group stage, beating out the rivals in Navi, led by the talented trio of Zeus, Starks, and Seized. Just an hour later, they take down Clan Mystic's roster, with notable players such as Kiyoshima, Apex, as well as the infamous Kukli. Next up, they would be playing against Recursive Gaming in the quarterfinals, a team who had also found early success in the tournament's group stage. The roster had none other than Happy and Kenny alongside players Uzi, GMX, and Maniac. They had managed to get out of the group stage as a 2-seed, beating out 2 prominent young teams in iBuyPower and Universal Soldiers, falling only short once to the future finalists NIP in their 3 matches in the group stage. This leads us to our first match on Recursive's favorable map at this point in time, Inferno. It's November 28th, 2013, 1:30 in the afternoon, and the match kicks off. FNATIC on CT side, Recursive on T. Right off the bat, we'd see FNATIC showing their dominance and using their chemistry to outwork Recursive in the pistol round, setting up nicely as Recursive is forced to push late into the round.
Flush just waiting, they're going to sneak around the corner, and that's dangerous. He does get the first shot, but not the kill quite yet, and he's going to fall back and call for backup as well. JW is there, and oh, great kills coming in from FNATIC. It's going to be OC to go down next, and Happy alone in a 1-on-4 situation.
Winning this pistol round was crucial to winning out on Inferno, as losing the CT-sided rounds would give leverage to Recursive in the late game. Thankfully, with careful use of utility and passive plays by FNATIC, they were able to not only get this round, but also win out in the next 3. Although Recursive does put up quite a fight, getting a plant in the second round. And again in the 5th round, able to use their eco round surprisingly well before finally having enough money to buy again. The same pattern of getting beat out continued for 1 more round before finally they were able to make a break on B site, giving themselves an opportunity to put something on the scoreboard. After this, they were able to cling on to another 2 rounds, but all in all, FNATIC has done their job on CT side. Finally, in the 22nd round of the match, Flusha is able to close out a 1v1, winning their first round on the terrorist side. This was the eventual downfall of the first match against Recursive. Match 2 would start with FNATIC on their more favored map, with this time Recursive starting at CT. This map preference would stay true, as FNATIC was more or less able to do whatever they wanted against Recursive in the first 5 rounds, but after that, things would take a sudden twist as Kenny S and Recursive decided enough was enough, and they started to put on a show for the fans. After stringing together a cluster of wins, they were able to end the half with a score of 8-7, FNATIC in the lead. This confidence would lead their team to a dominant showing in the next half, coming out guns blazing in the pistol.
8-8 early on, but still looks like it's going to be the slow B play. Look at this, they're going to walk right out of the smoke, and this is catching them off guard. Pronax is going to get overrun right off the bat. Uzi taking them out, and just kills raining in here for Recursive. That's a fine start here, and we find GMX as well, but aggressive push out from Maniac. Kenny gets a double kill on the men push.
Flusher and him will hold a little bit. Oh, that was scary. Devilwalk actually goes down, and so does Flusher. No, FNATIC, what are you doing?
And eventually, to handing FNATIC their first L in the tournament. With Train as the next and final map, it was anybody's game, and it was a close one up until around the 23rd round of the match, where FNATIC was able to get an edge, shutting out Recursive, allowing them to proceed comfortably to the semifinals, where they'd face off against Complexity Gaming.
Schneider with a grenade. Devilwalk goes down on Ivy, so that's a big kill coming in there. And now Kenny keeps shooting at long range. He's fighting it out, but JW has an AK, and he will find that kill. Now, bomb goes down. 2-on-3 situation. It's GMX and Maniac trying to retake this.
Yeah, man, they're going to be struggling as well. They're pushed up at all angles. GMX has actually slowly worked his way down here, and Maniac finds a headshot on a Pronax and connector. That's a pretty big deal as well. Bringing this back down to a 2-on-2. The nade sails onto the train. It's not going to do a damn thing.
Oh, no. defuse attempt here. Maniac gets the kill. Now it's on Schneider. He gets the one, and it's ticking away. No, Schneider goes down, and now GMX is going to be able to defuse. Can he pick up a kit? There it is.
He's
There's
not going to
no
have the time. No time.
Missing that kit would end up turning the tides of the match, giving the first of a string of L's to take.
And there you go. He peeks out, and JW promptly puts a bullet through his head.
Desperate at this point, and I don't know what to say.
Yeah, at that point, it's like you put everything on this, on fighting it back. Their team's hopes riding on their shoulders. They need to get in here and get the kills, and they don't have much time to work with either. They don't have kits, and they have to get the kills right here, right now, putting the shots out. Kenny is, but he's going to get overrun in the end, and it comes down to Schneider in the end with the final kill, but the GGs are called.
And a GG indeed, as Recursive ends the series getting a win over FNATIC, but unfortunately, after a turn of events, just barely getting overrun by them in the end. Some deja vu here, as once again, match 1 of 3, FNATIC would be facing off against the Americans on Inferno. If you didn't already know, the roster at the time of the tournament included some of my personal favorites, Swag, Sean Garris, Hiko, Som, and last but not least, Nothing. Much like when FNATIC played against Recursive in the first round, they were able to get a tremendous amount of map control, which you'd think would give them the advantage. But, as you're seeing, it actually plays in their favor, as they're able to create space to get into B. Unfortunately though, FNATIC was merely one step ahead and were able to make key picks, forcing a 1v3 all on Hiko, which gets them the dub. Complexity does a fantastic job on the executes, just barely losing the take for the second round in a row. Keep in mind, this is all merely with pistols. Some key things to take about this is their goal during these rounds are 1, to get a bomb plant, but 2, also to take away guns from FNATIC. And you can see, after taking the round, Pronax is mobbing over to make sure they have that FAMAS, eliminating the need to buy another one. Almost exact copy of the last round, this round goes to FNATIC, but what it does provide for Complexity is some better understanding of what FNATIC is doing wrong on their A-holds. The next round is won by Complexity, closing out the round by maintaining a strong pit hold on the A-bomb site after a clean take. Some more close rounds take place as FNATIC is able to extend their score, while Complexity on the other hand is simply getting CS:GO'd. As one of the commentators would know, all of the rounds are very close, which tells a story as FNATIC secures a commanding lead, the highest being a 13-round difference, leading 14-1 at break. They're able to make a bit of a comeback, but in the end, FNATIC is taking the W on match 1, one more to secure their spot in the grand finals. The next match would be played on Mirage, where FNATIC would win the first round, taking B. Overall, this match would be back and forth throughout the first 10, with FNATIC winning a little more. This would lead to them ending the half 10-5, FNATIC's advantage. However, after half, it looked as though a completely different team was out there, as FNATIC used their teamwork and burning fire within them to close out the match in FNATIC fashion, absolutely crushing Complexity's hopes and dreams. But from Complexity's point of view, this was a pretty good way to go out, as this would be an accomplishment even making it this far. The experience gained throughout this tournament would be in itself worth the L, not to mention. Here are the scores for NIP during the quarter and semifinals. One of each series, they are able to essentially cruise their way back to the grand finals. The match starts with an early round pick as JW beats them to Longhouse, making it a 4v5 from the get-go. This forces NIP to do a push altogether, as it will give them the best chance of winning the round.
To the test once again, he tries to get the shot, he's calling for the backup, and NIP are coming for the, but they're still down, they're 2 men down, 3 men down. Schneider gets the kill, and Flusher picks up 1, and it's gonna be just FNATIC left.
FNATIC shuts this down, but don't worry, NFP's got something up their sleeve. We see why they emphasize that long hold, as even with 3 people, they're still overwhelmed, making their push a threat very early on. After securing the M4 lost by FNATIC and getting a trade on Devil Walk sitting car, they sway this round heavily in their favor.
It's gonna go down, it's all, oh no, they get...
2 rounds later, FNATIC would be on a save where they just get absolutely obliterated, outgunned and outworked. It's all chillin' though, because within another couple rounds they're able to afford not 1, but 2 ops, which go on to be the deciding factor in the round as NIP closes in on the bomb site.
They can cross over without any problem, but Pronax pushes, great flash, oh he could have actually got the second kill there, but Exist will take him down. We're back to a 3-on-3 situation, but now JW is in effect, he gets the first kill, picks up the second, and FNATIC win.
We're about to find out here comes the flashes.
After a perfect time flash, you see Freiburg jump off catwalk, which is crazy to see since this is still run quite regularly in many pugs, comps, etc. In this case, getting that kill on JW would pressure FNATIC greatly, but as we see here, that's exactly what they want, as they absolutely thrive in this type of environment. Closing out the round, 7-3 NIP.
Shot in the back by Flusher, who was actually going a bomb site. This could be JW's time to shine once again. He's getting
last round of the half, 3v2 situation, and JW is going to jump, giving himself away, and this ultimately gives leverage to NIP, ending the half 12-3 NIP's lead.
12-3, so that was in the grand finals.
To start the half, NIP runs quite an interesting setup, guessing wrong on FNATIC's push, which gives them the bomb plant no problem. They're going to be pre-firing headshot, and simultaneously Schneider drops a long push while JW wrecks Force across the CT spawn. This makes it very difficult for them to win, even with a well-attempted push,
A great
and
return kill, and there's one more for Schneider. Flusher with another kill, and it's going to be Exist alone in a 1-on-3. Exactly what FNATIC were hoping for. They get the bomb site, they get the bomb, and they manage
very
to
next
defend
round,
it and
NIP
carry.
has no other choice, and FNATIC decides to repeat their strat, and a nice little dinger from Pronax for you. Next, we see them taking their crack at B, where they hardly have any trouble losing a player on entry, but keep in mind NIP is still saving for next.
He narrowly missed that, and that could be a big problem now. He assisted, he's in the right position, but he goes down, get right in a 1-on-3, and looks like FNATIC once again have stabilized.
A couple rounds later, FNATIC uses their early round strat to take it, but this time NIP has caught on and swarms them with the barrage of FAMASas and M4s.
Devil walk alone, and he's so far away. The bomb has been planted, but they should be able to defuse this while he's fighting it out with Exist, and they're going to run for the bomb site. Exist out in the fight. He gets the 2 kills early on, and he's still alive somehow with 19 HP up close. He turns his back, and Pronax is going to go down. The triple kill from Exist may have just...
That is Flusha very low on health though. Just 5 health points left for him.
Get right,
That's Get Right gets taken on 1.
FNATIC steals the hell out of that round from NIP, and this truly might have saved the series as a whole. In this clip, we see just how effective their B takes are in this Dust 2 match. It is now a tie game, and the tension is rising, but as I said before, and I'll say again, these guys thrive in it.
Odds are stacked against them.
Yeah, they definitely are. Freiburg's trying to just jump and see if he can catch anyone. Forrest comes in, gets shut down by Pronax. It's a 1-on-3, and there's no hope for Freiburg. He gets the 1 kill in, but it's so far ticked already. Pronax picks it up at the end and gets the quad kill, the in-game leader, the latest addition to this FNATIC lineup, and what a performance from him right here.
However, NIP is able to maintain a 3-1-1 hold by using their utility generously, which could have proved detrimental had FNATIC sent it on B. I'll just let what happens next speak for itself.
Short, you're right. We'll see how this works. Exist gets the kill. Freiburg in the B bomb site. Pronax gonna get run in return, but there's the max 7 from Forrest. He gets only the 1 kill in, but Flusher still alone in a 1-on-3. So that aggressive style forced the plant, but no, they're gonna come for him. No bomb.
So close, yet so far. Flusher making the most out of very little at all, not able to get the plant down though.
There it
Gets
is.
the second kill.
Really well. Walks in. Has he been spotted yet? Right
1
around the
pick,
corner.
2
They
pick,
go
Red
for it.
Lamb,
Freiburg
ruthless as
down.
FNATIC wills their way into sight after almost losing horribly in that mid push.
Leg shot on 1 NIP player. It's a 3-on-3 situation. Bomb isn't down yet, and there's enough time for FNATIC to play this one slowly. They're just waiting for it. They're coming in from the flank as well. NIP has sent 1 person all the way through T-spawn, who's coming up through the tunnels very slowly. And NIP, they're waiting for that bomb planting sound to make any kind of move, but they're being pushed down. JW goes down to Flaren, and that wasn't a successful push. Now it's on Devilwalk and Flusher, 2-on-3. They cannot lose this round. They must win it, FNATIC, and they realize this too, but how to do it? They already tried the aggressive push once. Are they going to do it with Flusher as well? Flash comes in, Flusher pushes out, they line up.
What a turnaround for FNATIC as Flusher goes ham on the aggressive peak. They make their way up cat and put it all down on the line. Unfortunately, look at NIP's buys on the right. Yikes.
Down to Freiburg, and now they're pushing the bomb site. Pronax gets a kill on Forrest. Exist is still here with the Deagle. Is he going to find the right timing? They push up. He doesn't get the kill yet. And there's one with the max 7. There's Flaren with 1 kill. Can they go for more? Currently a 2-on-3 situation. It's just Freiburg and Get Right left and Get Right. The max 7 does not work at that range. Unless they don't have head armor, it's really too far. He's going to go down. It's all on Freiburg. 1-on-3. Gets the first kill.
He gets 1, but the double peak seals the deal, baby. Match 2 underway. Let's get it.
What an incredible performance from FNATIC.
We start with a pretty normal round as FNATIC groups up to outnumber the poor soul holding Porch, which happens to be Forrest, but he does manage to get 1. With a combo of the through the smoke shot and another pick by Fifth, they close it out after this.
Freiburg does hold them off. A nice level walk. Could have a little close range upset. And Forrest takes him down. Counter terrorist now trying to push. Do get smoked off, and now here's Exist over here at the archway side to hold off the rest of these players. Trying to mow them down. Pulls out the pistol. Flaren moves in and helps.
After numerous close encounters, we find Schneider sneaking in that plant before being taken out, making it 2-0. But they got some more dough in their pockets.
Through here and gets into the library.
Again, feeling that A presence, they're going to be almost making their way in, but just fall short barely.
Forrest gets taken down though. Pronax, the last player left, gets mowed down by Flaren, and that will be this.
and this round they actually do get in, but they can't close out the hold. This is beating on FNATIC at this point, and they're now just straight up heated.
Will be defused here by Freiburg with just a few seconds to spare.
They want A for themselves, and that's what they earn, unless...
Might do that push, and now Terrace will be pushing forward at middle. We do have FNATIC also getting picked as well. Terrace now poised to take bomb site A, just exists left. Terrace moving in from both sides, and he does go down, so it is once again falling onto Get Right and Freiburg, who last round were able to 2 versus 5 pretty much, because all the frags lied on them, retake this bomb site. But it looks like this is probably going to be the first round here, the first point for FNATIC to win. Get Right gets taken down on the other side of the map. Here comes Freiburg. Good spray control, but he's got an ace for the win here. And, oh, actually, Forrest did take a frag earlier.
Nah, they said not a chance.
But
now time for B. Beautiful commitment to the site and perfect time trades make it quite a game-changing play, picking up those rounds.
20 seconds left, pulled back to take bomb site B, and it will just be Freiburg to hold this off. He has to prevent this bomb plant, and he will not. He will go down, and the bomb will get planted. Now it will be up to FNATIC here. 1 versus 2, 26 health left. Does take out. Going to be Schneider versus FNATIC here. Very close round, but
Okay, cool. Now there's more pressure for them to hold B. They can actually go back and hit A with more effectiveness, unless Exist has something to say about it.
From the apartments. Exist in a great position, though.
But that team-first mentality keeps the trades coming, securing a third for FNATIC.
Both players are whittled down in health, just going for that one shot. JW takes him down, though. Now just Get Right left. And takes down JW and trades him.
Just the next round, after they manage to get the bomb down, Flusha is looking to go big for FNATIC as he maintains the banana hold. Risky yet effective as fuck.
Knows that both of them just ran by, so he knows he has to deal with both of these players. FNATIC going for the defuse, throwing the smoke down, and oh no, pulls off of the bomb. Flusha playing the bomb, and FNATIC grabs a frag, but no time left, 3 seconds. And FNATIC takes the last point. FNATIC not able to defuse that
pistol, and it's now Schneider's turn up at the plate, where he memes on Viv.
Does pick off Devil Walk. Now it is going to be a 1 versus 1, and Schneider going to be going for that defuse. Oh no, FNATIC cannot land the shot.
This obviously pissed them off a bit as they just tack on another to the score. They realize the potential on B as for their 3rd consecutive round attempt they take, which ultimately gives them the win. Huge momentum round for them.
1 versus 4. Not going to
Get Right says who's the meme now as they again take B, holding with intentions of winning it all.
Oh my, and then Devil Walk moves in and takes out Freiburg. Wow, puts this into a 2 versus 2 on a save round. Now just JW left. He's grabbed it from Moss. He's not really. 12 seconds left. They need to plant that bomb. Get Right grabs it. Now just going to be JW left. Get Right trying to grab a plant position. JW can frag him.
Okay, but now we realize this was the plan all along. By holding CT first and studying FNATIC's team commitment, they know it's a near impossible to penetrate on A, considering the amount of angles against them, which makes B the no-brainer for this team at this stage in the game, where Schneider is left in a 1v4 just to get crushed. They go on to clean this up right away and bring it to a win or go home situation here in the grand finals.
But bomb will explode, and that will be that. Ninjas in Pajamas will win game.
Train. Many mixed opinions here, and it's because of how unique map-sidedness is. But in most cases, if you can hold like FNATIC, the other team's in for a match and a half. Interestingly enough, this doesn't happen at all, as they decide they're gonna stay passive, then regroup and retake, with not only strats, but that strength in numbers game.
Right's looking up from behind if he catches this kill, but he doesn't. Nice hold from JW, that makes all the difference. Now Exist dropping low, Forrest is about to die, and they will win the round with a grenade.
NIP obviously takes note, as they know one man can't take them all, so they managed to get that plant, jumping off upper and making a nice little dent in FNATIC's economy before losing it.
But it doesn't look like it's enough. They're still not going to be able to stop that bomb from getting planted.
Oh, and that's a big deal. NIP, they got the bomb plant in the first round, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then they got the bomb plant in the second round here, so they're going to have a lot.
First gun round here in 5, and FNATIC just simply outworking them here, especially with that CT-sided advantage.
Schneider though gets a kill on Freiburg. Devil Walk takes down the bomb, and now he's still alive. Falls back, he gets back up from Flusha, and the push is done. I mean,
but NIP would readjust, throwing good smokes to execute A, while that latter pick proves quite handy in taking this one.
JW, that's a big kill. Devil Walk takes down 1 though. It becomes a 1-for-1 trade. They keep pushing. Freiburg shuts him down, and now they just die left and right. Pronax and Schneider are left, and Schneider comes around. Very good movement. He jumps, he goes down to Forrest. It's going to be Pronax in a 1-on-3. right after the pause, they come back with this NIP, and this is what we were hinting at.
They win only one more before FNATIC again smokes them for 7, and here's an example of just how that process is done.
But they could this round, but it obviously was not enough, so as soon as the resume is in, Lopez NIP get destroyed.
Devoured. 13-2 will be your first half score in favor of
13-2 at half. One more to seal the deal. They know this game is theirs for the taking, so they get right to business, making every shot count, scratching the surface of losing this one. But killing exists makes it quite difficult to recover from this. Get Right tries to flank, but is stopped dead in his tracks.
2 against Schneider and Pronax. What a crazy round. Step to the right then.
No, he saw it.
All hands on deck after one pick on B. The commit, besides Get Right, manning A, crucial to hold this one for the team, and landing the first shot. I'll let you enjoy the rest.
NIP bring it back right now. We could all of a sudden have a match on our hands, but if they don't, well, then it might just all be said and done. It is 14-2. We are on the brink of FNATIC being crowned the champions here for Dreamhack Winter, and right now NIP are putting all their might into trying to stop that from happening. A lot of damage onto Pronax as well, and Exist could get the kill easily on him here. This could be NIP's round. We're looking at 4 and 3, but some of the players are almost dead here. Devilwalk fighting out. It's really only JW that has any kind of HP left. They're falling back now.
Smart play by Fiflar to fall all the way back into the inner side. He was pushed up there. He wants to regroup with his teammates and not tackle this FNATIC team all by himself. But like you said, FNATIC very low on health, not looking good.
Yeah, they fall back to B now. They fall back to A once again. So they're really just trying to play with NIP and force them out of position so that they can at least get the bomb down here and take the advantage back. But any kind of bullets onto Devilwalk or Pronax here, and it's going to be all done. That's not going to be it though. Devilwalk picks up a good kill there on Freiberg, and another one onto Forest. Oh no! Exist and Fiflar on the left, it's 2-on-3, and this is the opening, and FNATIC are somehow stealing it away from them. The bomb is now ticking away. Fiflar has to go right now. This is all in. There is no more cards to be played.
Such an effective eco, but this round neared impossible levels. FNATIC just won away.
Say that. Fiflar walking up here, seeing if he can get the kill on.
A pick to neutralize a player count. They want B site, and well, the rest is history.
Seconds on the clock for FNATIC to make an opening, and they have all the tools to make it happen. NIP have nearly nothing. Smoke flash coming into the B bomb site, and looks like they are going to make the push. Oh, NIP, are they going to push up behind? Get Right is here. There's someone down on Pop Dog, but he's not moving yet, and no kills are happening just now. Freiberg still trying to find another headshot. There's Exist with a kill, but Freiberg goes down, and so does Exist. 3-on-2. Get Right and Forrest are left. The bomb goes down. And ladies and gentlemen, this could be the end. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. It's Forrest alone in a 1-on-3. I think we just might be ready for it. Forrest picks up the 1 kill, but he has a scout. I mean, it's a 1-on-2. All Schneider and JW has to do is just wait and buy time. And
there you have it. FNATIC takes home the trophy they worked so hard for, worked up the ladder for, and all for this moment. How they did it? The simple answer, teamwork. But the real reason truly lied within each and every one of them. Their drive and their belief. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing for more content just like this to come. If you have any topics you want covered, we got you. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.